This is an impromptu video because it's just something that I had to talk about. It's something that has been on my mind and I've been thinking about a lot. So I thought I would share. Last night I was thinking about a project that I'm working on. I was on Pinterest, I was looking for inspiration, I was excited, I was full of ideas. And then that feeling, that excitement turned into, I felt defeated, I felt not good enough. And it happens. It happens to all of us. It happens a lot. I had this idea that I was really excited about, but suddenly it felt like way beyond the scope of anything that I'm capable of. Like it could never possibly turn out how I imagined it. And I felt like, what's the point? I looked at my work and I thought it looks boring, it looks uninspired, it looks incompetent compared to the art of artists that I admire. And maybe that sounds ridiculous because like this is my job, this is what I do for a living. People enjoy my art enough to support it. And I have been developing my art and my skills over the years. You can see that this is what this channel is about. But I knew that people would be able to relate to this feeling, and I thought I would share that you're not alone in that, but more importantly, I wanted to share what I did next so that hopefully it can help you guys, but also I can refer to it myself when these feelings inevitably do creep back. So outside of quitting completely, which we're obviously not going to do, the only other option is to keep going, but how you keep going is what makes the difference. So first, you can mope. That is certainly what I did. Just take a moment to sit in the frustration, acknowledge that there is a gap between the artist that you are now and the artist that you want to be. Mourn the art that didn't quite land the way that you'd hoped. But also remember that like you can always come back to those same ideas when you feel more capable. But then comes the important bit, time to make a decision. You can either keep moping, keep fighting yourself, keep feeling bad about your skills and yourself and just slog your way through everything that you're doing while criticizing everything that you're doing and then probably want to be doing that stuff less because it is such a slog. Or you keep going, but as an objective observer. So instead of judging yourself as you work, just observe. Like, what don't you like about your work? What don't you understand yet? What are other people doing that you admire, and how could you learn from them? Get specific, start analysing. And when you catch yourself taking every mistake personally, remember that you are both the student and the teacher in this situation. So treat yourself accordingly. If you were teaching someone else how to improve their line control, for example, you wouldn't huff and sigh and roll your eyes and slam their sketchbook shut when they inevitably get it wrong on the first time. And if you're a student and your teacher explains something that you still don't quite get, I would hope that you would raise your hand or like wait until after class to ask for a bit more clarification. And that is the mindset that we need to bring to our own work. So that is the little journey that I went on last night. And I realised that what I loved about a lot of the paintings that I was admiring was how the colours like glowed and almost like vibrated. I don't know, just how much depth they had. And that is something that I can work on, that is actionable. I could start by just copying a few of those paintings that I love, or even just like small sections of them. I could pull colour palettes from lots of different paintings that I like and see how those colours sort of intersect. I could experiment with underpainting with different like unexpected colours, or do some intentional practice pieces just to explore colour and light, knowing as I go that if it's a mess, it's okay. Like if it doesn't work, just because I'm giving myself, my objective observer, something to analyse and something to figure out like what I need to work on next. So yeah, all of a sudden I have gone from dejected, wanting to quit, feeling really quite genuinely bad about my art and myself, back to excitement. I actually am genuinely excited. Like once I finish filming this video, I've got all these avenues that I can go down, things that I can learn, things that I can practice. The project is still going, you know, but this part of the project is just slightly different. This is the exploring part of the project. This is the learning part of the project. And I know I can see all of the art that I want to make. And I can see the gap between the art that I want to make and the art that I'm currently making. And I can picture that gap shrinking over time as I take these steps and learn along the way. So if you're in that place, if you're feeling stuck, defeated, or not good enough, just remember that it doesn't mean that you are failing. It means that you are growing. So take a breath, be kind to yourself, and figure out the next step, because you're not alone in this and you are definitely not done yet. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye.